Welcome to Tool Time. Tonight we are going so much fun with some of our newest tools. And okay. And so I'm glad to be here with you tonight to play with these new tools. Let's see, we're going to be playing with the Brocade border maker and the Damask, and is that how you say it? I mean, those are all the letters that are in it, Damask, but I don't know why it always feels wrong when I say it. It feels like you should say it with an accent, though, a French accent or something. Anyway, Damask. Okay, Damask. I thought that it felt like there was an N in it, but there isn't. So anyway, thank you, Stacy. I know you know all things fancy. So we're gonna be playing with that tonight, and let's see, Stacy was in Mount Dora. Probably several of you that are watching were there. We had a great time. Hi, Vicky. And basically we're just having that, since that one really wasn't planned for the year. We're having a turn right around, and next week is Jumpstart January. So why tell you about it when I can show you everything that's going on. So tonight we have an in the feed drawing, so you must be present to win. I'll be giving away two $10 CM credits, so two lucky people are going to win $10 off their next order. And all you have to do is like and comment to be entered. I have something to help out people that come on a little late. There we go. This coming weekend is the next virtual crop, and Creative Memories has made some changes to the virtual crop, and they're very exciting changes. So the dates that I'm listing up there are Friday to Tuesday, and that's because these are the things that they've changed. So it's a new start time. So it'll be Friday at 5 p.m. Central, so 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you've ever participated in them, sometimes they start at like 1 Central or 12. Like it's like right in the middle of the day on Friday. So that's really rough. Then they extended the deadline for the submissions. So it used to be you had to have them in by Sunday night. Now you have till Tuesday at 11:59. It's practically Wednesday. So you have Friday all the way to Wednesday. And all the sketches are now going to include measurements. Yay! So those of you that like to participate, but you're not a fan of the sketches or the interpretive part of the sketches, and you like to have all the measurements, there were some select advisors that would do the measurements. And so now Creative Memories is just, saving the work for all of us. And so for most of the virtual crops, there's just going to be 4 sketch challenges. There's going to be 2 2-page spreads and 2 single pages. So nothing, no huge amount of pages. And the sketches will all post together in one blog post on the Creative Memories website on day 1. So on Friday, you're going to get everything. So they used to kind of release them throughout the weekend. And because I've been offering digital templates, that's kind of rough because I have to wait for them to come out and then drop them in. So now on Friday, as soon as they launch, I can make digital templates and put them in my online store for the digital people, but then they'll all have measurements. So for all the paper people, you'll have all the measurements. So yay, I'm very excited. So that's this weekend, and I'll go live at some point this weekend, and I'll do a post about it because I'm probably gonna piggyback on top of, so Creative Memories gives away items. You post it in the virtual crop group, and so I haven't figured it yet if I'll have people post it on my page or just have them tag me in the comments when they post in the virtual crop so I can, see their pages. But I'll post about that. So the important thing is for me to be able to see those pages so I can give people credit that are participating in the virtual crop and give something away to my scrappy peeps, my friends, my scrappy sisters. So anyway, look for more info on that. So Techie Tuesday, next Tuesday, I'm going to be focusing on historian. So those of you that have historian or interested in historian, you're going to want to tune in for that. Jumpstart January, it's hard to believe, is next week, next Friday and Saturday. It's like one thing on top of another. We have Mount Dora, and then we have the virtual crop this weekend, and then Jumpstart next weekend. Whew, then we have a weekend to catch our breath, and then the following weekend, I have my retreat in Volano Beach. So, and hello, we got Pam on from Pennsylvania, and Nancy on in New York, and Vicky on from California, and everyone else that I see on here are Florida ladies. So welcome to everyone. Now, Jumpstart January, let's see. I've got one person signed up for the Zoom. So somebody please keep Jacqueline company. No. So you are able to Zoom from out of town next Saturday, and all proceeds from, it's kind of a great deal. For the Zoom, it's $20 and you get a $10 product certificate, and you still get to participate and buy raffle tickets and support our veterans and all that good stuff. So if you're out of town and you're able to Zoom with us, it's from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So that's really early for you, Vicky, I know, because you would have to start at 6, and I know you're not an early bird. But would love to have you all join us. And I do still have in-person seats. So if you haven't signed up, you're going to want to do that. And thank you to my friends at Masterpiece for sharing that link. So I mentioned this last week that that little border maker cartridge in the picture that I'm sitting on is a new border maker cartridge, but it's only available for advisors. Hey, Audrey. And so if you're interested in a side hustle, maybe in 2023, interested in learning about more about what I've done since 2000 alongside my busy family, then I would love to have coffee with you. So if you're out of town, I can mail you a Starbucks gift card, but we could do it over Zoom, or we can do it in person if you're in town. And I can give you some information on how easy it is to be a Creative Memories advisor. And for doing that, you can purchase the woven scallop border maker cartridge for just $9.75. If you decide you want to become an advisor, well, then you can just get it for free. But so that is the deal with that. And Masterpiece Jewelers just reminded me that they are going to be giving everyone $50 gift certificates again at Jumpstart January. So that's really a no-brainer. For the Zoom, especially $20, you get a $50 gift certificate, and you get a $10 gift certificate for me, and you get to hang out, and your registration fee goes to help local veterans. So that's awesome. And then of course the in-person people get the same awesome deal. So you just can't beat it. And I'm so lucky to have community partners like Masterpiece Jewelers to add value to my events. So thank you, Tracy and Stacy, for doing that. Tuesday the 24th, we have our next Let's Talk About It. And my very guest will be Casey Brown. She is a memory maniac. She works in IT. She is the head of IT at Embry-Riddle University. So she's a smart cookie. And she has just fallen in love with digital scrapbooking. So I love it. We're going to talk to her. And she does cards too. So, and she's got a crazy busy family. So you're going to want to hear how she fits it all in. She has a full-time career, busy kids, and makes time to scrapbook. So it's going to be a fun, let's talk about it. Now, I am having a beginner class here at my house on Thursday, January 26th. Again, like I said, it's busy month. Jumpstart January. We are off to the races. So if you have a friend who's interested in scrapbooking, if you purchased the stuff and you're watching this and you never really started, if you're worried that the scrapbooking world has passed you by, and you need just a refresher on how to use a trimmer or whatever, and you just, come and you're going to make a page and you don't have to put the photos on it or anything. So grab a friend and just come. It's free, but you do have to RSVP. And that's going to be Thursday, January 26th, right here at my house in Port Orange. Also coming up, my God Moments book study. Several ladies that went through it. Gosh, it's hard to believe, but it's been a few years since I've offered this book study. It's actually, we study the book study, as I said, but then we scrapbook our God Moments. So it's a really great series, and it's based on 5 Jewish feasts, actually, and it's a really, I have my rock tattoos on my arm that so many people ask me about that I can't seem to get in this photo because I can't twist my hand that way. That is based on the God Moments book. So it is on my website, the registration information. If you already have the book, you can just register. You can pick the registration option without the book. But if you haven't done it before, and I used to make the book optional, so even if you've done it before, but you never bought the book, then you're going to want to purchase the ticket that will get you the whole shebang. So you get the book, a workbook that I made. It's beautiful, full color, and it's going to be a great class. And that's awesome, Stacy. I'm glad you will be in it. So those sessions are in the evening, and they're mostly on Mondays, I think. They're all on my website. So that leads us to St. Simon's. I joined a Facebook group today and asked if there were any vintage VW owners in St. Simon's because I am focused on getting a fun vintage VW for a photo op while we are in St. Simon's. And it's going to be a wild and groovy time. We've got 50 registered. And so we're going to have a blast. If you are interested, just let me know. It's still open on my website, though we are getting close. All right. And then just a reminder, it's scrolling across the bottom that I will be doing an in the feed drawing. So make sure you like and comment. So don't just hang out in the chat. You want to comment too. And in fact, I thought it was already collecting, but okay, it is. All right. It said 0 entries. Now it says 11. Okay. So good job, everyone. And let me get in the right tab here and remove this. And then I'm going to remove me. And hello, Judy. Welcome. And I need to get out of here. Okay. So we are going to make, or I am going to make, and 2 borders from the blog. Now, in addition to Crate Memories publishing the measurements in the virtual crop, Pam, I wish you could come too. We do have a lot of fun. Actually, I'm going to make 3 borders. I sold out of the silver and gold this weekend, but one of the things I talk about a lot is how interchangeable and adaptable our Creative Memories papers are. So I went into 3 different collections and found like a black printed, a light gray, and a gold. This one is from the Sparks of Magic. This one is from the is it Bohemian? Now I can't think of what it was called. It was Bohemian. Was that a thing? No, Jacqueline. It's all online. The whole God Moments class is virtual. And this is from Deep in the Woods. So I've got 3 different, but I've got the colors that I need. And when I saw this, you know how I love to use things differently than when they were originally created. So this border, we just had New Year's Eve, uses the champagne glasses upside down and paired with this border maker cartridge to make the little sprays. And as soon as I saw it, I said, I have to make this border. I'm just drawn to some borders. So I love that the directions are right on the blog. So the first thing we're going to do is, it's really annoying that my printer printed most sustainably today, because when you're reading directions and they're on 2 pages, that is a pain, and it kind of cut off the top. But I can see that it says to cut a strip 12 by 3 1/4. So that is going to be the base. And then I'm going to cut I forget what I'm looking at. A strip, actually, hold please. I'm going to do this light gray with the stars as my base. That's the 3 1/4. And then I'm going to do this, it's hard to see the dots, but 12 by 3/4. So the picture you're looking at is not what I'm making. That's what's going to throw everyone. See, and now I'm trying to look at the directions on that side. White bubbles, okay. And then a 2-inch strip of the black paper and a 1/4 inch strip. All right, so I'm just looking at, because I'm not using the exact, but I'm just getting the color schemes the same. So you can do this with any, thing on the blog. I always show the project recipe, like something completely different, right? And this is just a 1/4 inch of the gold. All right. So I think those are all the pieces. And let me see, let me attach these. My goodness. Brendan came home and he was like, we're trying to figure out what to do for dinner. And I was like, well, we could just run and grab something. And because I'm all thrown off from the retreat this weekend. And he was like, well, do you have to get ready? And I'm like, well, I'm pretty much ready. Also, I always feel like I'm on the Hot Mess Express, taking everyone on the crazy train for, I don't know why, tool time particularly. Because I think I feel like I'm just giving everyone motion sickness with my hands and papers and flying all around the screen. Okay, so I think we've got the base of this ready. And this is a pretty thick, this is a pretty thick border. So now we're going to use the fan border maker cartridge. So, oh yeah, Deb, that was so great that you stopped by the retreat to say hi. And Dottie did too. That was fun. So in case you haven't used the border maker cartridge, the border maker system, I should say, this is how you use it. This little guide flips out from the bottom, and then you slide in your paper, and then the strip of magnets holds it down, and then your guide flips under, and then your cartridge slips into this little machine, and there's a notch here and a notch here, and they line up, and then these little parts fit into grooves that are sized perfectly. And then now some of them, see, I went the wrong way. Some of them like to go one direction or the other. And this one likes to go up. So if you feel it start to get like hung up like I did after the first two, just go the other direction and it'll be happy. When they're super intricate like this too, you have to be gentle. And my tools definitely get a workout because most advisors are now to the point where they do not, or maybe not most, but a lot do not let their tools be used at retreats because a lot of this stuff gets sold out, and then to replace it, to find it on eBay is like a cool million. But I like that my tools get used. But yes, I did have to retire one this summer that just had seen its last day, and that was sad. But anyway, that is the border maker. That the fan chain, I think it's what it's called. It is still available on the website. I try not to show you things that are no longer available. So what you do now to get that little spray is we're just going to cut that off. And that's how you get these little sprays on the top there. Yeah, Deb, if any of them get stuck, try it the other way. I guess it's just the way some of the punches are. That's just what I've noticed anyway. So I'm just gonna cut this off and hopefully you don't fall asleep. It's a little more exciting than watching paint dry. If you have a question, now's a good time to answer it in the chat because I can read and promise not to cut my finger on Facebook Live. No questions? Like I said, I knew I had to move this border because I love using punches outside of the box. And if you've watched a tool time before, then you know that about me. Whenever I get a new punch, I usually just play with the punch poop. Generally, playing with garbage is not a good idea, but paper garbage could be just a whole new thing. Now, obviously, this is on the blog. I did not come up with this brilliant idea. But now that you see it this way, you might be able to come up with other uses for this border maker cartridge. Now, this would be a great opportunity to use the repositionable tape because it was made for such a time as this. Because I could just zip on down. But a lot of my stuff is still packed from this weekend. I hit the ground running as soon as I got home, as many of you did. We had fun all weekend, and then it was back to work. And for those of us that had to go back to work, it was a full week, which I don't know, haven't had one of those since before the holidays. Alrighty. Okay, so that is going to be our spray for our bottles. And obviously, I just, realized that the reason why this needed to be this big is probably because of the size of these champagne bottles / wine glasses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to punch. You can see what's on the back there. So I'm going to go this way. All right. And we've got some stars too. So I don't know. I feel like these champagne glasses were kind of remember that gum leaf punch that no one wanted to give the time of day to? The poor gum leaf punch. But it was like, still last chance. I don't even know if it finally sold out. But I felt so bad for the gum leaf punch. That's kind of how I feel for these glasses. I've seen some really fun pages with these glasses, not as glasses. I've seen bowling pins. I've seen bottles. So I'm just going to kind of stack them together here. And just cut off the tops, or bottoms rather. I guess this is the bottom, but in this orientation, it's the top. And so if you didn't think you needed it, now you can see that you need this punch in your life. In case you need to, do a bowling pictures or drinking pictures. Oh, like mimosa pictures. This came out, I believe this launched in June. And we still keep coming up with ways to use it. And since I don't have the correct embellishments. Yes, well, there's one up in Ormond, Deb, and the one in Port Orange, I felt Daytona closed, but I'm sure there's one. Well, there's one down at Disney Springs. Anyone else know of another one besides Ormond? We like bowling too. All right, so that's it. I think that's a super fun page, or page. Nice try. It's not a page. Graduation. I mean, the colors, right? Depending, it could be a fun. Did I say graduation? Or brunch. If you mimosa with your brunch. If you haven't before, now that you can make this border, it might be a good excuse. South Dakota. Did I say South Dakota or did I say South Daytona or did you say South Dakota? Now I don't even know. But I thought it was the South Daytona one was closed. I will finish this up on my own time. But you got the gist. So you've got a whole border of bubbly and it's super cute. So that was with the fan chain, the champagne glasses, and that's it. Easy. And paper. All right. Now I want to show you. Say it for me, Steve. Damask. Missing an N. I see no N in there. I don't know, but I knew I was missing something. All right, so we're gonna, it's the same width. So 3 1/4 by 12. How many? Did everyone there for a second? I love when the whole thing goes black when I'm hardwired in on Wi-Fi. It's good stuff. Shout out to Spectrum. Okay, then 2 3/8. Let me mute myself and yell to the only other person in the room who's also my internet guy. I just yelled to Brendan, "Are you doing something major on the internet?" And he says, "Not anymore." Sorry about that. All right, let's see here. 2 3/8. So 2, 1, 2, 3. We've got 2 3/8. Now, some of the project recipes I talk about, or I don't talk about. Well, I do. I mentioned when the designers, whoever designs the project recipe kind of cheats and they don't it looks like the whole thing, this would be a good opportunity to do that. Maybe you don't have a bunch of this paper that's underneath, and you could, just do a 1/2 inch on each side and give the same, look instead of 3, 3 1/4 across there. Um, and not use all that paper. But I'm going with it as it's written. A little different, I think, because we've got some stickers going on here. Sorry, make it work. All right, so now I'm going to use now this punch because, like our other frame punches, okay. So this is also a frame punch in addition to being a border punch. So with a border punch, we line up with these arrows on the front and they've added arrows, lines. They've added lines on the inside on the bottom. So it was a happy day when CM added them to the front. Now they have them, well, I guess maybe they were always inside. They just weren't on the front. But it's very exciting that they're on the front because it makes this part so easy. So you punch and slide and punch and slide, and it sounds like a fun dance, or a workout. You just punch and slide, and you just match up the design as you slide, and it is beautiful. These, you know, some punches are just more beautiful than others. Look at how that looks. I mean, that is so gorgeous. And then we've got all this fun punch coat. But that's how that looks. All right, now this is also a frame punch. So let me cut this. I'm going to cut this off at 1 3/4. I think that's going to be a little too wide, but if we can come back. Then we can take this frame punch. I'm going to cut a 6x6. Or maybe I'll do an 8x8. So I'll do an 8x8. Let me do it this way first. Whenever you make your cut, if you can leave a 12-inch intact, you never know. I find that if I cut the 8 first this way, I would have ended up with a little piece. If I cut the 8 this way, now I have this 12-inch strip that I personally am more apt to use as a scrap. So I'm going 8x8 here. And now I'll show you how to use these as a frame punch. So some of these border maker punches are labeled as frame punches, and they have this extra line in here. So to use it as a frame punch, we're just gonna back up from this for a second. You line it up with this outside line. So instead of, which you can't see from this camera angle, if I hold it at just the right angle, can you see that line there? So that is where we're going to line it up to. Right there. Instead of these lines in the front. So this is a question that gets asked of me a lot at retreats and day crops. And this looks all wrong, but this is where you just got to trust the process. So now it's got these little horns, but that's where this line comes in. So you're going to line up that line again, and when you punch, then it's perfect. Look at that. Goes around the corner, and you just sing, "She'll be coming around the corner," and you just turn the corner. And you've got this little chunk, but you turn it, and it doesn't look right, and you think you're going to mess something up, but you just remember what I said, and you keep going. So you don't use the lines on the front. I knew you would, Stacy. You like fancy things. And this is fancy, and it's beautiful. And this would look so good with some bling. Where's the blingy? All right, so now my bling fans will love this. And then you can put what size is this? Like I don't know, 4x4 maybe, mat it. But that's what now any of the frame punches will do that. And it's a really nice look, and you can also just use it as a plain border punch like this. And so back to our regularly scheduled border already in progress. So we're going back to the lines, not the lines on the side, on the wings, but the ones in front. And we just punch and slide. Punch and slide. I don't know why I feel like I'm sitting so not directly underneath my camera here. These punches just punch so nice. And if you get that little guy on the end, you can just pull it off. Okay, I'm going to cut that off, and then we're going to match this up. And doesn't that look amazing? I love offsetting borders like that. Now, I think I need to, I did it 1 3/4 to make up for the lack of other embellishments. But I think I can go 1 1/2. Trim off a little bit of this. The other thing I love about this trimmer is that you can do that. You can take off just a small amount with confidence. Now, in order to achieve this look, we have to cut one of these in half, but I promise only you are going to know. No one is going to know. That's the easiest way. You can start it in the middle, of the, instead of starting it on the edge, you could start it in the middle, but I find it's easier to just cut it and attach it over to the other side, because unless someone is looking for that seam, they're, when they're critiquing your scrapbooking, which no one ever does, then no one's going to see that. And the effect is going to be really pretty. And like I said, I'm using 3 papers from 3 very, very different kits, old kits, retired kits, because I didn't have, because I sold out of the silver and gold at my retreat this weekend. But this border is so pretty with whatever paper you use. Just kind of sticking with these sheets. So that's how that looks. And then the last thing I want to show, do I have time? I think I have time. It's not 8 o'clock yet. So I think I have time to do this one. Now, this one does not have the directions. On the blog, it says directions coming soon or something like that. But I really wanted to show this border maker, this Brocade. I think it's gorgeous. So I'm going to make this out of, how many different layers here? Let's see, I've got the Brocade hugging, looks like 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to go with 3/4. So maybe it's a 2 inch All right. So I'm going to go a 2-inch base here. And I'm going to need to use the white then, because that's what the background is. I'm going to use the white to do the punches, the brocade. So we're going to flip out our guide. I didn't see if anyone, this punch was there this weekend. Is anyone on? Did anyone use it this weekend? Because it was out there. I like it because it's one of those punches that you don't, or one of those border maker cartridges that punches bigger than I was expecting. And sometimes the little picture on top or the picture online kind of doesn't show the full size. I mean, this is not a dainty punch. This is a beefy punch, like some of the jewelry Stacy and Tracy have on their show. It's beefy. So now what we're going to do is kind of weave this like this. This might not be thick enough. We're going to see. Here I am again on the outskirts of this. Is that right? That's, I got pieces sticking everywhere. And then we're going to do the opposite. On this side. Let me orient myself. Yeah, see, this isn't wide enough. Is it? Well, no, it'll work. We just have to do the same thing we did on the last one. We just have to cut it off. Okay. Which one? The brocade, Marshall? You've got a little credit going, so I can definitely do that for you. And now I'll just attach it on this side. Now, when this first came out, I mentioned that this was blingable. This is one of those very blingable punches, and it's true. It is. All these little, oh boy, I keep losing control of it. Come back. I need to get some tape on this puppy quick. All right, I think that we'll just stay like that. All right, be very, very careful so that everything stays in place. Forget what I was saying. Okay. All right, so we've got this. Now we need either some blue or green here. Let me pull out. All right, yeah, this is coming along. This is coming along very nicely. I'm gonna grab some of these fun pieces from the Tropic Time and then before I determine what that color is going to be. So these are all, again, over here on the side. These are all from, get all the punch poop out of the way. These are from the Tropic Time. So let's find, well, we're hugging this yellow. Okay. Well, that's fun. It's like got a cockatiel on it. We've got a pineapple. Maybe the pineapple and the green. All right, so that was 2. Let's call this 1 3/4. We're here on the very edge of the screen. So this paper, this green paper is from Tropic Time. This is the new collection from CM. We just got an email, advisors got an email today that they're going to institute a new like queue like they do for concert tickets, I guess, because the release day is so crazy that, if you've ordered on release day, which most of you, I encourage you to just let me order for you. Then I have the headache of trying to get an order through. For real, Marshall, I do need to. But they are instituting this queue. So instead of the website crashing, I guess, it'll just tell you what number you are in line to like get to the website. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So they're doing a test tomorrow. And because there's going to be a release on Monday with new stuff. So look for during the virtual crop, I'll do a live stream about the virtual crop, but then there'll also be a post with all the new stuff. That will be important if you are attending Jumpstart January, because I will spring for the 2-day. If many of you, because of your status at my retreats, get free shipping all the time. Shout out to the emeralds. Stacy's our new emerald, so she gets free shipping no matter what, along with the other emeralds. But so anyway, I'll spring for the 2-day next week to make sure we have it in time for Jumpstart January. So if there's anything you want in this release coming up, you can let me know. Sun and fun. Well, that's fun. And it's got pink and pineapple. Doing it. I love tucking things. I'm gonna tuck it there. I'm gonna add this, tuck the little flower like that. And I did see a little small, tiny flower over here. Ooh, and because I mentioned how blingy this thing is, I'm gonna bling. Look I made a mess. This is just how I scrapbook, ladies. Now, look at that. Look at this. This was just born for bling. Is that amazing or what? And I can add some of these green ones too. You can be sure that if you are in the card, if you get my card kits, There will be bling. And I kind of want to bling over here though. All right. I need to, now I gotta get a third color in here. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So Brendan had to get off the internet. Now I hear him emptying the dishwasher. So that really worked out well for me, I must say. Here I was, okay. Born for bling. Yep, just like our friends at Masterpiece. All right, so that is how that came out. I like it. What do you think? I love the weave situation going on. And that is all from the trumpet time. All right. So we just did 3 borders. That was fun, and I made a big mess. And if you scrapbooked along at your house, you might have made a mess too. If you did, I would love to see what you made. Now I'll finish attaching these on in my own time, but all of these are on the Creative Memories blog, and I'll post a link to that, and I will finish doing that, and that's it. So we made some really cool borders tonight using the super fun new tools. All right, well now it's time to see who our lucky winners are. And I see that's good that I left that scrolling because I guess I don't need to leave it scrolling anymore. Okay, so now let's see who our lucky winners are. And so don't leave. I know it's just 8. Don't jump off yet. Gotta be in the feed. All right. All right, I'm back on here. All right, let's see who our lucky winner, our first winner is. Dun, 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 dun. Hold, please. Oh, it's Jacqueline. Congratulations, Jacqueline. That was a little sketchy. Got a little freezy. All right. You are the first winner. And now it is time to see who our second winner is. Congratulations to Jacqueline. And our next winner is. At least everyone could see it that time. We didn't go out. Oh, Vicky, that's terrible. We will definitely keep you in our prayers. My college roommate just called me yesterday to let me know that their road is flooded and has a sinkhole. Okay, let me see. All right, away from hurricanes and and now you're still dealing with that. Northern California, Jacqueline. So you should be okay in San Diego. Yeah. So congratulations to Jacqueline and to Diane. Thank you all for tuning in. Yes, we have lots of, say a prayer for Vicky and for Northern California, um, Central Northern California, um, and also for our friends, Jacqueline's mom and Beth, um, who's still in the hospital. So be thinking of all your scrappy friends. Say a prayer for them tonight. And thank you all for being on here tonight. And until I see you on Friday for virtual crop, um, you all stay scrappy, my friends. You take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.